might have the 8 and the 2, but the 8 minus 2, which should give you the 10. But in the second one, which was, I think was 2, right? Yes,
Yeah,
2.
look at there.
Also, it was 2 minus 1.
Right,
Oh,
because a -1, that -1 times 1 is a -1.
okay, okay. As I see you as doing like a multiplying, I was
Right. Now the multiply now is because if you don't see a number there in front of the bracket, there's an invisible 1. You understand?
Wait, repeat.
If you don't see a number in front of a bracket, there's an invisible 1. So that's why we put a 1 there.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Okay? There's always an invisible 1.
Okay, sir.
Okay? Now help us now with 4 and 5. 4 and 5. I write down the 4. What must I write there?
4 minus 5.
Right?
Negative 1.
Negative
Negative
1
1.
times 5, right? And what is
So
negative
we are,
1?
I think we get that already, you know.
Well, that's
So
what
the
I'm
answer is,
saying. We are revising. We are revising.
oh, okay, sorry.
Yes, we are revising. We got it already, but we are, and look at how we discovering new things by revising.
Okay.
Okay? So we have a 4 and a negative 1 times 5. What is negative 1 times 5?
-5.
Negative 5.
Negative 5. And you have a 4 and a negative 5. That will give us what?
Negative 1.
-1.
Negative 1. So what come in there? Negative 1.
Negative 1.
All right? We go into the 0 now. Let's write the 0 there. And what's happening on that side? A negative 1 times a what?
Times 7.
A negative 1 times 7. What's a negative 1 times 7?
-7.
Negative 7.
Negative 7. A 0 and a negative 7 will give us what?
Negative 7.
Negative
So you're
7.
multiplying.
Right. So what come in there? Negative 7. And finally, what do we have? Help me out.
Finally, we have
Finally, we have a
7.
7 and -9.
Negative 9 alone?
9 and 7 is,
But negative 1 times -9.
Right. You see, it's a new thing, so yeah, that's okay. It's like learning a
Yeah, but if
skill.
you do it that way, you must get the correct answer.
You
You won't be
must, you
confused with
must.
the negative.
And that equals to
positive.
a +9.
Right.
Right.
So if you put everything in your calculator,
Well, yeah.
easier.
Well,
No, but it's better to do it this way too if we don't have calculator.
and
we must
right.
Yeah, but for that course, you're not allowed to use calculator now.
Yes, you are allowed to use calculator, but the calculator now will calculate what you put in it, you know.
True.
So you have to be
Yes, so just put everything in
you
the
have to be
correct
able
way.
you have to right just make sure you can do it. Just make sure you can do it, you see. And what I always propose, you are not learning for yourself. Try not to learn for yourself. Try to learn in such a way that you can explain it to somebody else. It might be difficult, but anytime you get the opportunity, learn something in such a way that you can explain it to somebody else. Okay? Yes, you might be able to put it in the calculator, and somebody else might not be able to understand what you're doing. Okay? Doing it that way, you have control over the numbers. Okay? And remember, you're on a road to become a professional. Associates, bachelors, masters, PhD. You're on the road to become policymakers. Policymakers have to have the ability to play with the numbers. You're going to meet a lot of numbers. If every time you get a number and you put it in a calculator, you're running away from the numbers. When the figures come to you, then you have you kind of insecure with the numbers. Try to be able to control the numbers as much as you can. Okay, so yes, you may be able to put in the calculator, but this method we just discovered there give you control over the situation, and you must, done properly, you must get the correct answer. you will not be like guessing and wondering, am I on the right track? And trust me now, remember, the foundation is not very strong, you see. So therefore now you're building on you're trying to strengthen your foundation. So yes, the calculator, you can use your calculator, but there's benefit to what we are doing. So what's the answer for this one? 16, right?
Yes.
16. Now look at that now. Look at this. Look, you have a situation like, look at K. In fact, before we come to K, look at J. You have 2C minus 3D. 2C minus 3D. Okay? In our example, we use A and B, right? Let's use C and D. Let's use C and D because C and D are alike. Let's create a scenario like G. Let's put another C there. Let's put a C there. We're going to create a scenario like J, but we're going to use C and D to do that. J says 2C minus 3D. What can we write? Instead of 2C, what can we write? We're going to create a scenario like J. J says 2C minus 3D.
So 3C minus
There's a
4D.
3 already. There's a 3 already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are so many numbers to choose from. Just choose a number that
Let's
is
use
not there.
4. Use
Huh?
4. 4C?
Right, because it's 2 and 3 they have, right? So 4C minus
5D.
Minus 5D. 4C minus 5D. Let's do a 4C minus a 5D. So that is the solution for A. That is the solution for B. And this is the solution we are going to do for C. Let's carry it down. Oh, copy down the numbers for C and D. You all have it copied down, right? To save me from scrolling up and down. Everybody have those numbers for C and D, yes? 1, 3, minus 5 and 8. 5, 2, 0 and minus 6. Agreed?
Yeah.
So I can move down?
Yes, you can.
Okay, all right. So that is, we're going to solve for C here. Okay. Let's go in our insert equation. Although I can use my math type, I have a math type there, but I will use the insert equation just for you all to get a feel of it because you may need it in the future. The more you can experiment with it, the better for you. So you go in new equation and you want matrices, you want a 2 by 2, and then you highlight it and you put it in a bracket. Oh, what did it right there? Oh, well, I can just stick that out there. Bring that down. Okay, go inside it and put a 2 by 2 matrix. You can just double click on it, I think, or just click by that arrow there on the side there. Equation here, look it up, there appears. We want a 2 by 2 matrix. Oh, what is going on there? That's why I don't really like to it's not so. That's a minus, so we have a 4 there. We have a 4 outside there, and let's copy this, put this there, and this we have a 5, and then we have a equal. Our answer is also going to be a 2 by 2. Okay, so calling numbers for me. Matrix C, what are the values? The elements, sorry.
1,
1,
3,
3,
-5,
-5,
and 8.
and 8.